AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Julius Randle posted a video this morning. Move forward. I know it's tough. I know it's hard. Yo, man, how you gonna just play there like that, man? Julius Randle. Julius Randle. I'm gonna buy a jersey now. Julius Randle figuring out the propaganda game. I respect it. He threw his wife in there, his kid in there. Remember, Kenya Martin came out. He was like, yo, man, the first thing he did was kiss his wife after a game. And then he apologized for it. He retracted the retraction. Because he knew as a grown man, he's like, yo, you talking about somebody's girl, man. And I dare you to say something to Julius Randle, Kenya. I don't care how tough you are. How about that? Yeah, how about that? Hold on. See, 6'9", 28 years old. He might whoop my ass. Yeah. Talking to Miss Randle like that. I forgot her name, but she be blocking people on Twitter and all that. That's the world we live in, man. When you're 20 years old, I'm glad my wife ain't heavy on Instagram and stuff like that. I would hate it. I hate it. That's what I hate about these people the most in this era. But I digress. Julius Randle on his way back. We talk about it all the time, man. He took that deal, big deal, before Jalen Brunson. He took less money. His extension is due. I don't know if this is a propaganda play. You know, what if he takes a $500 million or whatever it is from the Knicks, and we're like, yo, what the hell? You ain't Brunson. But I do believe, he was an All-NBA 2 times, as Flea put it the other day on Instagram. If you're an All-NBA player, that means you're a top 15 player. So he can negotiate that. Definitely the best players, top 2 players of any team usually go after the max contract deal. He is arguably second best player on the team. For me, he's not. I think he's the third, maybe fourth best player on the team. At times, Mitchell Robinson is so dominant. People will argue against me, but, it is what it is. We're going to see what Mikal Bridges does, two-way player, and especially how he fits in this system. OG Anunoby is flat out the second best player on the team, if not the first, in my opinion. Fully healthy, going on all gears. The peak on this team, the person with the highest peak on this team, though, as much as I big up OG Anunoby and a defender of that quality, and I compared it to Akeem Olajuwon yesterday. Yes, I am a nutcase. The highest peak has always been Julius Randle. He's always been like low-fi LeBron. He's 6'9", 250 or 280, whatever he is. He can handle the ball a little bit. He just doesn't have the wiring on that court. But I don't think he chooses a spot to dominate on the offensive end. And if he does that, I think it changes everything. I don't expect that this year. But from this video, I do expect him. He's trying to, just promote himself and promote his family, promoting what he's about. Instead of, he booed the crowd. We always talk about that. He has an issue just emotionally on the court. His emotional IQ, I don't think has been high. I don't expect it to be high. But I do expect him to get into, some of that Chinese meditation and that medicine, man. Because I always point to this with LeBron on broad TV on the biggest stage possible for himself, aside from the Olympics. He was in the NBA Finals meditating with a book in his hand. He's showing you, hey, look, yes, I'm LeBron. The king is here. But I still need help to calm down. I still need help to live in the moment. I'm still trying to win here. And that's also the series that really was quite pivotal. They had beaten, if I'm not mistaken, no, they had lost to the Mavericks the previous year. And Game 6, Eastern Conference Finals against the Boston Celtics, the Celtics were giving them their all. But LeBron, the 45-15 performance, he calmed down in real time. He was just going out there and playing. And it was a quiet confidence. But you can tell from the outset, he was focused. and the Celtics didn't know what to do. You could tell it's like LeBron's hitting all these shots. What are you gonna do? Because once he hits that, he'll pump fake you get to the basket, and there's nothing you could do about it. Nothing you could do about it. So Julius Randle, not to say he has the capability to be LeBron, he doesn't have that passing ability. Doesn't have the footwork as LeBron, somewhat of a footwork. But Julius Randle gets a lot of calls. They give him superstar calls. You know, Brunson's going to struggle to get those calls, especially if they continue the trend of that they started, the anti-Harden rules, the little man rules. They're starting to get away from that. You have Wemby, you have Joker, you have Giannis, you have all these guys, the big men in the league, they're giving the rules to. Julius Randle, I hope, he started it last year. He came out and he said, yo, I got to shoot less three-pointers. And he did that. Became more paint-oriented. And again, for everybody that doesn't know, I sound like a broken record. You watch those games, 2 games from Julius Randle against not so great teams. The Portland Trailblazers, when OG Anunoby was there, the way they passed the ball around was wicked. If this is a basic defense you throw at them, you're going to get smoked. We would love to see them against the Boston Celtics, against the Oklahoma City Thunder, against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Speaking of them, that's another game. Randle came out the first half, he was okay. The second half, he was demolishing Karl-Anthony Towns. And at that time, Minnesota was playing the best defense in the game. This is after we got OG Anunoby. So I don't want to hear, Draymond saying, yo, that's a regular season game. It's like, well, what else are we supposed to use to try to project something? We're fans. This is what we talk the game. And another game was against the Chicago Bulls. It felt like, I forgot what day it was and when exactly it was in the season, but it felt like the Bulls and the Knicks were either out of gas. I want to say it was a Sunday game. And the Bulls, hold on. It felt like against the Bulls that both teams were out of gas. And you could tell in the second half, Julius Randle just turned it up. It was like, bro, they can't do nothing with me in transition. As soon as he got a rebound, he would fly down court. And it felt like he knew, yo, nobody could run with me. And it's similar to what you see now again with LeBron. If you notice, LeBron, he gets 4 to 8 points a night as soon as he gets the rebound and he sees there's 2 or 3 guys on the other side of the court in transition. He knows exactly what dribble lane to go down. And he knows they're not going to stop me. I'm going to take 4 steps, right? Side step over here and go straight, boom. They're not going to get in the way. You're not going to stand in front of me. And Randle has to understand that. But he would have to work on his handle a little bit more and really just take those opportunities on. Because that's 4 to 8 points a game that the defense has to worry about. That's now become a 2 or 3 possession game where Randle can now go back on the defensive end and you're now more relaxed. Because now the other team is thinking about, damn, they just score 8 easy baskets every single game with this dude. And of course, once you penetrate the defense like that, everybody's going to run down, try to stop you, at least 2 or 3 guys. You don't know who's going to run with you. You got Bridges and OG with you who can completely finish. And you guys have them in the half court. Bridges could find those lanes. Bridges in the mid-range, I think, is going to be a monster. Brunson, you got all these guys who can shoot for you. So they can't even totally collapse on you, Julius Randle. You're going to have a lot more one-on-one opportunities this year. So him just meditating, getting into his zone with this and his peaceful propaganda that he got spewing right now. I'm with it. He's been through a lot with his fan base. I know Brunson is a superstar, so he's going to get a lot more credit, man. That's just how it goes. Can't complain about it. Brunson seems to be such a good guy also, right? So we can't complain about that, And so hopefully this is the beginning of Randle's season where he's just, man, he has an opportunity to win the championship. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.